What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? This is JD Moonin. Thank you for coming to my channel today. We're going to do a reading today, and right now I'm just kind of clearing this out here real quick. So we just got a little bit of sage going, kind of clearing out the energy in the area. So our four runes for the day were very interesting. So we got Hagalaz, Berkana, Thurisaz, and Awaz. Two of these I'm not too familiar with because I don't really see the cards. The cards don't really. The runes don't really drop much. But the two runes. So the first rune that dropped is, it's obviously kind of, it's without a doubt, it's concerning, to say the least. So Hagalaz is two of these runes are concerning. So Hagalaz means it's basically something, an unfortunate event. Basically, it's a tower in the tarot cards, right, if you will. So there's an unfortunate event or unforeseen catastrophe that's basically going to happen. Now, if this is to me or to somebody else, somebody in the collective, whoever, I don't know who it's going to be for, but it's going to happen and somebody's going to feel it. Then we have, Thurisaz. Thurisaz is going to stand for, giant or demon, essentially. And it's saying that, a dangerous situation may be coming, and so be prepared to defend yourself. It's basically what that card stands for, almost verbatim. That's what it stands for. Now, Berkana is a little bit different. I believe it's something to do with happy times, which is really weird. It's very interesting energy because it's like very up-down energy. So it says, new positive beginnings are coming your way. This could be in the form of a relationship, job, pregnancy, wedding, etc. So keep in mind, that's Hagalaz. An unfortunate event is happening or has happened. Now it's going to be followed by, positive new beginnings. Then after that, then you have Thurisaz further making it a paradoxical energy, if you will. It's very interesting. You may be coming into a dangerous or threatening situation. Stand your ground and be careful. Protect yourself. And then you have Awaz. Now, Awaz, it's not Ihwaz, which is, that's basically the death card, the Ihwaz card, which is EIH. This one is EH, which is a little bit different. It's you should be faithful to your relationships and goals. Make sure you are giving proper attention to those you care about, including yourself. So I don't know who this message is going to be for, but we're about to find out. So let's get some Palo Santo going because, everybody loves our ancestors here. I love the smell of this stuff. Oh, stuff is just... I love Palo Santo. It is one of my favorite things to smell when I come walking into my apartment, and it's just... It smells like home, It's just a wonderful, wonderful smell. Oh, yeah. Love it. Your ancestors love it, too. Spirit guides, for all you readers out there. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look here. So let's find out who this reading is going to be for. We'll go ahead and we have one card here. All right, let's ask Spirit real quick. Let's see what we're going to be doing here. So are we doing doing a Celtic cross. Ooh. The suspense is killing me. All right, so Spirit says yes on the Celtic cross. So that's what we're doing. All right. Let's ask it another question. Let's see. Are we doing we're doing 7 packs? All right, so we're doing a 7-pack shuffle. So that means that we're going to get one card as a representer card. A significantor card. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you guys like the content as well. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can feel free to shoot me a message, via my email. It's on the YouTube channel. And all my readings are free. Just contact me, and I'll let you know what times I have available, if I have any. I prefer to do them. I typically do them, not over chat. I will if it's necessary, but I prefer to do them not live if I don't have to, because I can go into more depth and I can really give you a lot of detail of the cards, and give you a better understanding. And then I can always shoot something to you in writing. If you want a video, of course, I'll do that. I don't mind as well. Things like that. So, yeah. Now I do have paid times as well that you're welcome to purchase, times for me to do a reading, but it's going to be outside of my areas. Again, just send me an email and I'd be more than happy to let you know further from there. Anyways, so let's continue here. All right. And 7. Here's our card. The way that thing popped out, it was just ready to go. All right, so here's our significant card. Let's see what we got. Page of Cups. All right. So we got a Page of Cups. All right, so it looks like maybe somebody's got an offer coming in. Keep in mind now this offer, especially like when you're looking at this card, right? Look at this card. So I don't like all those faces. See, you got one face looking at what looks like a demon. The other face looking over here like, oh, yeah, I love you. Then you got the mermaid tail. I don't know. This just looks like it could be something not good. Could be something great. I don't know. There's a fish in that cup. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and do a shuffle. Spirit, Holy Spirit, please let me know what the message is. This is about a Page of Cups here. It looks like maybe an offer or something like that. Please tap me into the energy of this page here. This page. Tell me the energy of this Page of Cups here. This page has some slight anxiety. I'm definitely feeling some restlessness, of course. It is a page. Let's find out some more here. Show me the energy of this Page of Cups. All right, so whoever this is, they're waiting for their ships to come in. Oh, they're waiting for the ships to come in. It looks like there might have been a scandal. If there's a woman, Looks like there's a, I think it is too, because this is a deck that I use for feminine energy, particularly females. I don't really read men much with something like this, but it's definitely is. I think it's definitely a female. But it's looking like whoever this is they're waiting for their ships to come in. They can see him. See, there's like a ship off in the background. You see. What's interesting is this is like a like a man wearing a dress. Oh, look at that card. It's kind of funny. Anyways, guy's got like a goatee going on. This is interesting. So and this card here stands for the Eight of Swords is somebody that's stuck or for specifically for a woman, it's a scandal spread in her respect, and then this card here is the strength strength card obviously. So it looks like somebody's bound. They have a key in their hand to get out of whatever restraints they're in. They're getting out of them. However, they're still bound up by the snake. So whoever this is, it looks like they're gaining their strength to get out of this trap, or this. If they're stuck, they're gaining their strength to get out of being stuck, or they're just. It's interesting. Anyways, all right. Let's go ahead and find out what's going on here. We're doing any reverse cards, Spirit? Yes. Okay, so we are doing reverse cards. All right. Okay, bear with me here. All right. Here's our reverse cards. All right. Oop. Okay. Okay. We're going to roll the dice for which pack? Yep. All right. So we are. Okie dokie. We doing 3 shuffle and split? Nope. Nope. We're not doing 3 shuffle and split. Okay. All right. Let's lay our packs out, and then we're going to roll the dice, figure out which one we're going to use. All right. We have 7 packs. Number 6. All right. All right, let's see what bottom of the deck energy is. We have a page of swords. That's interesting. All right. Let's find out who we're talking about today. All right, so we got a page of cups. That's what this is about. So this can either be an offer. There's a couple of things that page of cups can be. You got an offer. It could be a child. Could be, basically, it can be an intuitive message as well, so that's another thing too. So we got an intuitive message here, possibly, which I think this whole thing is intuitive message. This is a tarot reading, right? All right. So, and then also, the alternative meanings. This could mean a good augury, also a young man who is unfortunate in love. So, good augury is a good omen, basically. It's a good sign. So, and also a young man who is unfortunate in love. So, I would take that as a good augury. It's a good omen that there will be a young man. There's a good omen plus also a young man who's going to be unfortunate in love. So what that's telling me is like, somebody's, maybe there's a good sign that somebody's going to be, unfortunate in love. I don't know. Let's find out. So we got a Knight of Swords. For anybody who doesn't know what Knight of Swords is, there's a very fast energy right here. The Knight of Swords comes in quick, decisive, knows what they're doing, and they're not the king, right? So they could just be hot-headed. Sometimes they're given to irrational, decisions or behavior, depending on the situation, of course. It can also stand for a air sign, a Libra, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So, that's what's going on here. Now, this can also stand for a cop, it could also stand for heroic action predicted for somebody. There's a couple of different things it can stand for. So, let's see. So, we have a Ten of Cups. Okay, so what's covering this Knight of Swords is a Ten of Cups. So, now, this could be, an impulsive action for a relationship that somebody thinks is going to be their the greatest thing ever. That's very possible. This could also mean, for a male querent specifically, if we're speaking about a male, that's this page, they could be going in, just rushing in because they believe that this is going to be a marriage beyond their expectation. Or maybe there already is a Knight of Swords, a cop or a Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini that has a marriage currently that is just absolutely beyond their expectations, or it was, we won't know until we find out what's crossing it. So what's crossing it is something from the past. Ooh. Somebody looking back on the past, okay? So this marriage that they want, looks like what's holding it back is something from the past. Somebody still looking at the past, or maybe somebody's not getting the marriage that they want because they're hung up on somebody in the past, or from the past or whatever. Now this is looking like, the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving knight. It's somebody who is methodical and patient. However, they take forever to make a decision, so, it looks like we have somebody who is taking forever to make a decision, possibly about a King of Wands, or they are the King of Wands, right? Like, a Knight of Swords wants a good marriage beyond their expectation, possibly. And because they're hung up on the past and they're taking a long time to move on from a King of Wands, it could be causing issues, Looks like there was what somebody thought was a divine union, obviously, in the recent past, or somebody had to make a very, very hard decision. They had to make a very hard decision in the past. Now, this decision or this relationship in the past is causing somebody to have some nostalgia. They're having good memories right now of of whoever this person was that they were in a relationship with, whoever this lover was, this person they thought was, their soulmate, their twin flame possibly. And it looks like, the issue that's going on is it looks like they've been working, they were working on something for a long time. Maybe they they got hit with some really heavy losses, possibly. They might have invested a lot. There's a lot of different things that it could be. So it looks like also, they might have invested a lot, or they might have been working on that for a long time, but now it looks like they're working on their Ace of Pentacles here. The idea of this is either they want a marriage, they want an alliance, they want to work with somebody, or they are the Hierophant. So with the Star as the outcome, it looks like it's very possible that they could be this Hierophant. Okay, so whoever we're talking about, whoever this Page of Cups is, okay, it looks like there's a good omen for this Page of Cups. But it also looks like somebody's going to, like I said before, somebody's going to be unfortunate in love. So we don't know who this is. We don't know. Okay, I don't know who this is. Bottom of the deck energy is this Page of Swords. So whatever this is about, it looks like whatever it was somebody was digging into the secrets of whoever our Corinth is here. Okay, so this now what I'm thinking this is possibly is this Page of Cups. I think is quite possibly an offer that somebody is making or is going to make, to somebody. So we don't know who this is. So this Knight of Swords, quite honestly, might make an offer, and it looks like it might be, impulsively. They might give an impulsive offer to somebody for marriage, or they gave somebody an offer of marriage in the past. Okay, that's very well what could have happened. I actually think that that's what's going on here. I think that that's what I'm reading. It looks like this Knight of Swords gave an offer of marriage to somebody in the past. Okay. But it looks like whoever this was, maybe took too long. Or whoever this is that wants to make an offer is taking too long. They want to, this Knight of Swords could see somebody as their perfect match, and this is a person from the past. However, this person could be taking way too long. I think that's more along the lines. They could just be taking so long to do anything. It looks like maybe this King of Wands might be the person. This is going to be a fire sign. Doesn't have to be. I mean, it could be anybody that has the qualities of the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a very caring, very caring king, right? If you will. This energy is. They're also very confident, and they have a fiery temper too. You got to keep that in mind. So now, it very well could be that this person's taking a long time because the King of Wands was is in a relationship possibly, or they were. Who knows what's going on now? Or these two used to be in a relationship and something bad happened. I mean, there's a number of things that be going on, but it looks like whatever this is, it's going to bring some hope. Somebody might become famous off of this for whatever reason. Sometimes when I look at some of these, I feel like I'm just reading my energy. Sometimes, that's the burden of a reader, right? Every reading I do is also my energy, right? So like we all can learn something from the cards. Everybody can. There's always something that somebody can learn. Let's get a little bit more information. I think. Let me see. I think we're gonna go for. Let's go for this deck here. This one I haven't busted out in a little while. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what this Star is all about. Okay, so For those of you guys who don't do the Celtic cross method, it's very you can get very specific answers, and it's very very easy to read the Celtic cross method. Maybe I'll make a video about it. So it's very simple, but it also can tell you a lot. You can learn a lot from the Celtic cross method. In a very quick amount of time too. It's not like some other layouts that I do, which it'll take me all day to decipher it because it's the whole friggin' deck. Did I pass the card? I might have. Let's see. All right, let's go back here. I think I might have passed it up on accident. All right, let's see. Come on, where is it? Are you gonna be rude like that, huh? Okay, here it is. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look and find out what the star is. The star stands for a lot of things. It can not only does it stand for hope and calm and faith and things like that, it can also stand for somebody stealing something from you. Okay, some kind of theft. So keep that in mind. So the outcome of this could be a theft of some kind. Okay, because whoever this is, they could have had a marriage stolen from them, or somebody that was married to them could have stolen something. This is we'll find a little bit more detail here. What's this star? What is it? What is this representing here? Give us a little idea about this spirit here. All right. Star is okay. So it looks like a Ten of Pentacles here. Some kind of financial success. When I say the Ten of Pentacles, though, a lot of times I'm thinking some kind of house. I'm thinking that maybe. So this is either going to stand for, the star is financial security, okay, or some kind of long-term success, or possibly even some kind of home or dwelling, okay? What's hindering this here? All right, well, got a couple of cards turned over. All right, let's, where's our coin at? What do we do with the coin? What the hell I do with it? All right. There it is. Okay, so are we taking the two in my hand first, or are we taking these two? Or, well, actually, are we taking the two on the table at all? Yes, okay. So the two in my hand, do they go down first? No. Okay, so the two right there are going to go down first. All right, we're starting with the top card here. We're going to take the bottom card first. Okay, bottom card first. So this bottom card, oops. Okay, so this bottom card, oh, actually. That means the bottom card is the upright? Nope. Okay, so these are coming in reversed. Okay, gotcha. All right, so this is crossing here. So it looks like what's crossing this financial success for this person, for the star, for this person who's going to be famous or, whatever. What's crossing this for them is, looks like sorrow, some kind of guilt, some kind of, just depression. They're focused very heavily on a Page of Pentacles, okay? Wow, that's crazy how the Page of Pentacles pops up where the Knight of Pentacles is. It's interesting. All right, so now we taking the Strength card is going down first. It's going to be the Eight of Cups. Okay, Eight of Cups goes down first. All right, so Eight of Cups is going to be right here. And our Strength card is going to be right there. Okay, so we have, so far it's looking like this star maybe lost a house, lost financial security, overexertion because of strife, changes, freedom. Obviously some kind of loss. Just depression. I think is really what I'm getting here. So it looks like the outcome of this could be losing a home because of depression, maybe. Oh, that's rough. Very sorry to hear that. That's sad. All right, so we have a Knight of Swords in the near future. Whoever this is, they're about to be ambitious. So they're about to be action-oriented, driven, ready to go. It looks like that they're going to gain their strength here. In the recent past, they gained their strength, possibly even some passion. Maybe they're just driven to succeed. It looks like, or this could be a this could be a Leo, in the past or whatever, and now you got this Knight of Swords coming in the near future here. Now this could be this person's energy. So, how does the star view himself? What is the what's the situation or the person that is the star energy? Okay, so whoever this star energy is, looks like they're planning right now. They're making some plans, possibly getting ready to leave home, maybe getting ready to make some travel plans, making progress. Or just getting ready to just, I don't know, maybe look into something. Maybe they're trying to do some discovery, possibly. What's their environment right now? Their environment is a bunch of burdens. It looks like they're doing some hard work. They're working hard right now. Maybe even, maybe they have some extra responsibilities. Maybe they're burdened. So they're burdened right now. It looks like because what's crowning them currently was maybe a lack of commitment. Greediness, laziness, things like that, procrastination. But it looks like this person learns from failure. It looks like maybe a lack of commitment resulted in somebody walking away. This very well could be a fire sign in the past because they had a lack of commitment. So it looks like they left the situation in the dust. For whatever reason. Now, this very well could, this star, this loss here or whatever. Or somebody getting hope. This could be a fire sign. I don't know. Let's see what the actual idea of this is. Okay, so the actual idea of this is it looks like somebody wants some compassion, comfort, maybe calm, nurturing, healing. Somebody has become emotionally stable, or this is an intuition. Okay, this is some kind of intuitive understanding that somebody might be having here. Remember what I said. This Page of Cups could be an intuitive message. So whoever I'm speaking to could be getting an intuitive message about a star, or about somebody that's about to lose their home, or whatever the case may be, okay, because of some kind of depression, whatever, okay. Now let's see what the outcome of this situation is. Wow. So it looks like the outcome is going to be, some kind of offer, maybe possibly. the Knight of Cups can stand for a friend who shows up, with unexpected money for the current. That's one way of reading the Knight of Cups. The other way of reading the Knight of Cups is somebody who shows up with a love offer. They're like, hey, I'm here. I want to be with you, whatever. So maybe after a time of loss, it looks like somebody might be hopeful now about an offer, possibly. It looks like, or maybe an offer could give somebody hope. There's a few different things, a few different ways to view this. So this Queen of Cups, could be somebody who is, it's obviously, if you're looking at it in a cartomancer sense, that is a fair woman. Now, this woman has intuition, possibly the gift of sight in most cases. If you look at it in the new way that we look at tarot nowadays, it could be a male or female in feminine energy that is nurturing, compassionate, and typically intuitive and have the gift of sight, basically an empath. So what I'm getting here is an empath could intuitively know that there is something coming in. Now, this empath could be the one planning. I mean, we don't know yet. So let's see if we can find out real quick. Let's go ahead and put this deck right here. Let's go ahead and use a Marcelli's deck real quick and find out, who this person is that's planning. Okay, so because somebody's planning. Looks like somebody's planning on dropping a load here, or are planning on, taking on, some hard work, possibly, maybe even completing, just a completion of a cycle, maybe just letting something go. Anyways, who's this person that's planning right now? This star, this person who is hopeful or is getting a good omen, something like that. So it looks like it's going to be a Queen of Wands here. So that's who our person is that's planning. Let's get a little bit more information on this Queen of Wands. Let's see what's going on in this Queen of Wands energy. So, is this Queen of Wands the one who's giving the offer here? No. This Queen of Wands is receiving an offer. Okay, gotcha. All right. So what's going on with this Queen of Wands here? Who are they getting this offer from? Show me energy. Let's see. Let's see if we can pull another cup for this Page of Cups here. Pull another card. All right. Just real quick, though, I'm going to find out show me who this Page of Cups is here. Page of Cups is the Empress. Okay. Didn't really give us a whole lot of information. Looks like there's a new relationship that's just come about. All right, so we know who this is. This is a Queen of Wands. Can you show us? Give us a card out of here for the Empress here. Show us. We need a little bit more information on who this Empress is. This Empress could also be pregnant too. This is something to keep in mind as well. All right. All right, so this Empress, so the person that's in there in this Empress energy is a King of Swords. So it looks like we have somebody who is very balanced. That is this Page of Cups. Okay, so we're talking about somebody who has balanced both the feminine and masculine energies within himself. This is going to be. It looks like this is probably an air sign, who, I guess is. They're about to accomplish something possibly. But anyways, it looks like they're going to be giving an offer. Give me a little bit more information about this Queen of Wands that's going to be getting this offer or has gotten an offer from this King of Swords here. Well, this Queen of Wands is definitely burdened. So covered by heavy burdens. It also looks like they dealt with some betrayal not too long ago in the recent past. Or they could have just dealt with the flight of their lover. Wow. They're crossed by the flight of their lover. So that's crazy. They're burdened because their lover left them, possibly. That's what I'm seeing here. So, or maybe, okay, just maybe. Now this is what's crazy. This would be very sad. Possibly this King of Swords could have gotten this Queen of Wands pregnant and then left. Okay, that does happen. It's very sad, and my condolences to you. If I say condolences, but my heart goes out to you if that's what happened. I'm very sorry to hear that. Let's go ahead and let's take a look here. So what's crowning this situation for this Queen of Wands here? We're going to do a quick split. All right, so what's crowning this situation? So what's crowning this Queen of Wands is going to be the Moon. So it looks like a lack of commitment in the past has led to some hidden enemies, possibly, or being deceived. This Queen of Wands looks like she's being deceived by somebody. Oh, man. She's kind of going through it here. Looks like the basis of the situation was a Nine of Cups. Nine of Coins. So now, if we're looking at the alternative meanings, basically what this card stands for is prompt fulfillment of the presaged cards, okay, of what's been presaged in the cards. So in the recent past, there was High priestess. Okay, so now the high priestess could stand for somebody had some intuition in the recent past, or somebody had some secrets. Okay, it's very possible that what's the basis of the situation was somebody receiving money, getting paid, for secrets, or somebody is seeking stability with a high priestess. I mean, there's a couple of different things that could go with that. The high priestess is kind of a loaded card, but it's going to be somebody who is very high spiritually ranked, okay? Somebody who's really intuitive, okay? And it's going to be very difficult to get one over on this person. Now, what's interesting is in the recent past, it says the future as yet unrevealed, okay? Also, this can stand for, a woman that, of interest to the current. So, it very well could be that, we are speaking of possibly an air sign. Now, we don't know if the air sign did do anything wrong here. However, the person that they're into, it looks like, the person they're into is heavily burdened because the flight of their lover, okay, because their lover left, for reasons unknown right now. So, I do think that I'm reading for an air sign. That's going to be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. But it looks like somebody's coming in, somebody's going to be driven to succeed, it looks like, in the near future. All right, let's find out what's in the near future here for this Queen of Wands. All right, so it looks like, so if we're reading for a woman here, it very well possibly, and we are right now with these current cards, we're actually reading for a woman, and so this could be standing for like she was being silent, maybe not talking to somebody. It's very possible that let's get the definition of tenacity. Hey Siri, what's the definition of tenacity? Okay, I guess don't answer the question. Hey Siri, what's the definition of tenacity? Okay.
Tenacity means the quality or fact of being able to grip something firmly. Grip.
All right, so tenacity is somebody has a firm grip on something, maybe, possibly. Definitely a firm grip, maybe they're holding on to something too much, or... But I think what we're looking at here is I think that there is silence and mystery in the recent past. Now, in the near future, let's see what we're dealing with here. All right, in the near future, there is a relationship. So it looks like there's going to be, it looks like somebody's getting in a relationship in the near future. And it looks like that's because somebody's driven to succeed. Somebody wants a relationship with whoever this is, okay? Let's see how the Queen of Wands sees herself here. All right, or let's see how the Queen of Wands views this Ten of Wands here. No, that's not it either. All right. So the Queen of Wands views herself as possibly as a Knight of Wands. Now, in the upright, that's not good energy for a lover, right? To be a lover, or she could be viewing this Ten of Wands as this Knight of Wands, right? Somebody who has burdened her greatly because they've come in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out of their life. Okay. Because that's what the Knight of Wands does. Okay. I don't care if it's in the upright or if it's reversed. The Knight of Wands, when it comes to anything in love, is somebody who's there for a good time, but not for a long time. You know what I mean? So that's what the Knight of Wands is. Now, it's very possible that this Queen of Wands views herself that way, and that's why she's heavily burdened, because that caused her lover to leave. Okay? Because she was flighty. She was in and out, in and out. Focusing on all this other shit instead of the person she should have been focused on. So, that's also, people can definitely view themselves like that. She views herself obviously as somebody passionate maybe, or maybe this lover that has burdened her, she views them as very passionate. But at the end of the day, no matter what, somebody came in and out of somebody's life, and it caused either them to be overburdened or it caused somebody to leave, It's just, it looks like whoever this is, I think she might be viewing this Ten of Wands this way. Whoever this is that she was trying to be dedicated to obviously has come in and out, and now they're gone again. And so now she's stuck in this Three of Swords. This, my lover's gone, pity me, whatever. Let's find out what the environment is here. All right. I think we're taking these cards here. Okay, we have 4 cards. Taking all 4? No. Are we taking any of them? Taking the page. Page goes back. All right, so page is going back in the deck, so we're taking these 3. Do we start with the Hierophant? Yep. All right, so looks like their environment is a Hierophant. Now, this could be some kind of alliance, a marriage, or it could be a parental figure, okay? This person could be living at home. Now, whatever the case may be, okay, it looks like that the actual idea of this is, somebody came in with a love offer, or a friend shows up that gives the current unexpected money. There's many different things that this could signify. In either case, that's gonna be a case in which it looks like 2 people are gonna come into alignment. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this Chariot. I'm not seeing a war here, because I'm seeing a new relationship start, or not a new one possibly, but a relationship being rekindled or something like that. Okay, because whoever this Queen of Wands is, she's tired of either being this way, or she's tired of somebody being that way with her. So that's where this whole hope thing is going to come about. So what this is looking like to me is, it looks like that this star, this beacon of hope, is going to be somebody that the Queen of Wands wants to be with. So they're going to want to love. They want to give them what they feel this person should have been giving them. And so maybe there was a lesson to be learned, and that's why there's now what looks like it's going to be a strong relationship, that's going to come into alignment. Okay. And quite possibly, could be going out there to really make some change. That's also what that is, a providence, maybe setting up something to help others who go through something like this, things like that. Anyway, so this is the reading, guys. I hope this helps whoever is, whoever this person is that's in loss, who's lost this lover. And it looks like you have one coming in, and this one looks to be very, very, this one looks to be a good lover, and so I wouldn't worry about this in and out person, and this person here is, it looks like they're an empress, man. This is somebody who's going to be dedicated, is going to stay with you. They're going to be there till the bitter end, and even longer. This is something that could presage. Presage. This could carry on lifetimes. This to me looks like twin flame energy. And it looks like to me whoever this Queen of Wands was, she was the runner, and it looks like that's changing. So it looks like, now the runner's wanting to get married. So, anyways, that's what I got for you. I hope you guys enjoy. We'll either have another message later on today or see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.